Welcome back, Syndicate Members. It is I, Joshua Mann, back from the Space Coast Comic Con, where I got to meet a lot of independent comic book creators. And we're going to start off with the first creators I got to meet, which was from E.R.M, Robert and Ray. And I got to say that Ray Kana is a pretty amazing comic book. It's another black and white, which you know I love to enjoy. And I got to say, these guys were pretty amazing. We got a good interview for you guys. But first, I want to take a second to really dive into these books, because I bought the first 3 issues, which, if you don't know, the number 3 is actually a magazine size, like the old school Savage Sword Conan guys. And the artwork is absolutely amazing. The story is amazing. And you guys are going to absolutely love this. So without further ado, Trevor, roll that beautiful me footage.
Welcome back, Syndicate members. Here we are at Space Coast Con. And as you can see, we got another independent comic booth. I'm here with Robert, and we're going to dive into another comic universe. As you can see, the art here is fantastic. And we got cards here. So tell me what's going on, Robert.
Hi, so my name is Rob, and this is Ray. We're from Orlando. This is our indie comic company, E.R.M Comics. And our indie comic is Ray Kana. It's a classic fantasy action series. We're, of course, building our own world. It's a black and white vibe. We like to say we're channeling our inner Eastman and Laird from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when they were first starting. It also has a lot of manga vibes as well, heavily influenced by different artists. I'll let Mr. Raymond Wood tell you about some influences.
So, my inspiration, of course, I'm a 90s child, so, the first issue I had to do it kind of like with the borderless, just non-stop art. And, I just kind of loved that back in the day, and it brought me back when I was doing it, so I definitely had to pay it forward when I was doing my creation, of course. And then we also have our fan art.
He's really proud of the fan art because that's the way he got started in comic books, was getting his fan art published in a book.
Oh, I see.
So in the back of Pit 13, I'm actually published from Orlando, Florida. So, and I love Dale Keown, and he's a great artist, and I used to follow him all the time with Pit. So I said, if I ever do my own series, I'm definitely going to pay it forward.
And the series itself revolves around a royal family called the Sarai family. It takes you through different generations of the family for the first 6 issues. It's a classic fantasy action series. Think of it like Conan the Barbarian, Game of Thrones meets Blade Runner with a touch of Berserk thrown in.
Nice. I really like it. And I also like that it's a black and white. We've been seeing a lot of black and whites lately kind of come up in the indie scene a lot.
Yeah.
What kind of drives you to go towards the black and white?
Well, number one, his pencils can stand up to it. He has really great art. I think a lot of times coloring is a substitute to try to fill in for bad art in a lot of ways. I really wanted to show that his pencils will shine and that he can hold up to that. And also, although you say a lot of indie artists are doing that, not a lot of mainstream comic companies publish black and white books anymore, unless you're talking about manga. So it was great to bring black and white back to the comics medium and show them what real art is about. As you can see, that's all pencils. There's no digital there. There's no, we're not using like several apps to get this book out. We definitely love the joy of comic production and seeing the look on people's faces when they first open the book and take a flip through.
And yeah, I definitely love the art in it. It's crisp. It's got some style to it. I'm definitely going to pick up a couple of issues, and we're going to flip through them later, Syndicate members. So thanks a lot, Robert.
My pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Ray. It was great meeting you guys. Appreciate it. So stay tuned, Syndicate members. We're going to check out some more here.
ERMcomics.com.
Yeah, check it out.
Okay, so I hope you like that. So like I said, I got the first 4 issues. Actually, I picked up the first 3, and they actually threw in the number 4 for free, and they signed them all for me. And I think they actually threw in a poster of the number 2 issue as well, which I'll be framing and hanging up in the living room pretty soon. In fact, I think it's actually a poster of this guy right here. Trevor, throw that cover up for me. So actually, after we got done with these, I heard some thunder outside, because it is Florida, so we booked it out there to put these in the car. made our way back inside, and that's when I ran into Brian Wolf. Now, Brian was an interesting guy because he actually wrote and drew, colored. I mean, he was a one-man show on Gravesitter here. This was a really interesting concept, too, because Gravesitter is about this broad who works in a graveyard, and she has to keep the undead in the graveyard at night. And so I was really amazed by this idea. So, of course, I had to pick up the first 2 issues and get a quick shoot interview with Brian. So Trevor, roll that beautiful media footage.
Welcome back, Syndicate members. And we're still here at Space Coast Con with Brian Wolf. And as you can see, we got a new comic book for us to review, Gravesitter. And I got to tell you, like, just looking at what you got set up here, I'm really digging it, Brian. So can you give me a little insight on Gravesitter and tell me what it's about?
So Gravesitter is my book that I actually wrote it a few years ago, and I put it out. I used Kickstarter. I did issue 1 and issue 2. I wrote, drew, and lettered all of it myself. It was sort of my first foray into publishing my own book. And since then it's been going really well. I've sold quite a few online and in person at some shows and some stores. Then I've even moved on, and I'm doing other work for other people now. So I've got Upheaval out as well, which is really the most new one here. Writer Travis Gibb, who you can actually talk to down here, wrote it. I drew it, and we had a lot of success with that on Kickstarter as well. But I can tell you about Gravesitter. Gravesitter is about a young woman named Marnie Saint. She's a 27-year-old rocker. She lives with her friends in LA, and she has the most unusual nighttime job, which is to keep the dead in their graves in the most haunted graveyard in the world. Her friends throw a party for her on her 27th birthday, and the dead rise that night. So she's just trying to keep her friends alive. It's a 4-issue series. I've got issue 1 and issue 2 out. Hopefully by the end of the year, I can maybe get issue 3 out. I might have to wait till next year. We'll see. I've gotten very busy as of late.
I really love that concept. Yeah, that's an awesome idea. Well, I'm definitely going to pick up issues 1 and 2, Syndicate members, and we're going to dive into it and see what Gravesitter's all about. Thanks a lot, Brian. I really appreciate the interview.
All right. Excellent.
All right, Syndicate members. I hope you enjoyed that. So like I said, I was really kind of awe-inspired by Brian here because, like I said, a one-man show doing all of this himself, that's pretty incredible. So I can't wait for issue 3. Now, after I spoke with Brian, he actually directed me over to another booth, which was a booth by the name of Travis Gibb. And Travis, man, what an interesting booth this guy had. First off, it was filled with multiple graphic novels and comics and all kinds of stuff. Lots of very eye-catching stuff here. But there were a couple of things that did catch my eye. First and foremost, Brian sent me over there because they actually collaborated on a book called Upheaval. And this was written by Travis and drawn by Brian. So, of course, I had to pick this up, and I had to get it signed by both of them. Travis, throw that pickup for me. Or, I'm sorry, Trevor, throw that pickup for me. And so, yeah, this was a good collaboration by 2 different artists that were at this convention. So how great is that? Furthermore, we're going to go ahead and roll that beautiful media footage.
Welcome back, Syndicate members, and we're still at Space Coast Con. I'm here with Travis, and we were sent over here by Brian Wolf because they collaborated on a book together, Upheaval. So, what can you tell me? Because I'm seeing a lot more than Upheaval here.
Yeah. So I'm an independent comic publisher. I publish about a book a month through our publishing company. We also have publishing partners with Scout and Brenda Bars. We do all sorts of stuff. All these books are written by me. Some are anthologies, so they have just parts of me, but the concept is created by me. So this is all my work here, man.
Wow. And so I was, as she was coming through this horror book up there, you were saying that you guys do like a Christmas in July every year?
Yeah, so we do 2 books. We do Holiday Spirits and Holiday Spirits Christmas in July. So in July, we come out with a new issue of this. This year, we came out with a trade. And then in December, we do Holiday Spirits, our normal Holiday Spirit series. And it's an anthology about horror stories at Christmas.
I see. And so what's the difference between the Coins of Judas and Orange Cone?
Orange Cone, that's our company. Coins of Judas, that is a banner that the publishing company of Band of Bards paid for me to have for their particular book.
Gotcha.
So it goes nicely behind me because I paid for it.
Nice.
I mean, if you get a nice banner, you gotta put it out. I don't care what it said. It may not even be about me.
Okay, well, we're going to get you.
Yeah, give me a nice banner. I'll put that too. Banners are nice.
So I definitely want to pick up Upheaval.
Yeah.
So this point of Judas, though, this is really interesting.
Yeah. So what that is about is the 30 pieces of silver that Judas betrayed Christ with spawns 30 demons based off the worst things you could buy, from slavery to children work to sex trafficking, whatever the case would be. Spawns 30 demons that represent that horrible thing you can buy. So these, what are called unsanctifying coins. You may not know this, but back in religious days, the Pharisees, because money was dirty, too dirty for their hands, they would sanctify the coins. They had a whole process of making them good enough for the Lord or whatever. So these are unsanctifying coins. There's 30 of them, and these are demon hunters hunting down a brother and sister team.
I see. Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah.
But this art is really good. Who did this?
Yeah, that's Staniak who did the cover. He's not the interior artist, but that cover is just so good.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, it's more of a manga style inside.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
This coloring is brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks so much, Travis. I really appreciate it. So we're going to pick up some Syndicate members, and we'll come over with you later. So thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
The other book that I picked up from Travis was the Coins of Judas, which you heard us talking about in the interview, which was this book right here. Because man, this cover really got me, and so I'm definitely going to dive into this one later on this evening because the concept of it is really good, and really I just can't wait to get into it. Plus, I had to pick up one of the coins myself. So I'm going to be flipping this bad boy around later. So on our way out, after the interview with Travis, we decided to take another, little tour around the place. And it's a really good thing we did because we would have missed a major opportunity here. And that's with a booth called Countdown Publishing. That's right, Countdown, because it's the Space Coast. And we almost missed Varoko, and I'm going to tell you, this is a really good book, guys. First and foremost, I got to meet the creators, Chris and Michael, and I got to tell you, I was really amazed by the collaboration here. So first, we're going to go ahead and roll the footage, and we're going to talk about it. So, Trevor, roll that beautiful me footage.
Welcome back, Syndicate members. It is I, Joshua Mill, and we have another special independent comic. So I actually passed this booth a couple times, and I do apologize for that. I didn't even know you had this here.
Oh, no worries.
First off, can you tell me about this book? So you're the artist, right, Chris?
I'm the author. This is the artist over
You're
here.
the artist, and you're the author. Okay.
Yes.
And what was your name, sir? Michael. Okay. So tell me about the book.
Yeah. I'll grab one of these. Yeah, so it's Barocco, locally inspired. Are you guys in the area?
We're from Longwood.
Okay, yeah, so there's 3 cities around here. Vieira, Rockledge, Cocoa, just took the name, stick those together. And this is anime inspired for all those Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter fans out there. So Barocco is the name of the power system. This is the main character. He is the reincarnation of the ultimate master. There are 7 different types of Barocco, represented by the 7 different colors in the rainbow. Each one is a different ability, but the master gets to use all of them. And he defeated the main villain, who could also use 7, sealed him away. And the story picks up with the main character having to relearn all the abilities to defeat the Dark Master that's being released from his concealment. And on the back of it here, we have a little QR code. It takes you to a soundtrack of songs that were made to read, listen to while you read. And there's a podcast that talks about more of the story and also goes into making the comic.
I love that. Well, I definitely love that you incorporated the Florida cities into that. So, where did you come up with the total inspiration for it?
Man, so it's a story long time ago, back when I was in elementary school. Me and my friends, we loved Dragon Ball Z, we loved anime, we loved all the action stuff.
So we kind of started putting a really generic story together back then. And it was just something that stuck with me all the way through adulthood. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring that story to life. Just a love of anime, a love of writing, a love of comics, and that's what it all came to be.
And so right now you have issue 1, and then issue 2 is coming out soon.
Issue 2 will be out real soon.
Great. Well, we're definitely going to pick up issue number 1, Syndicate Members. So thank you so much for the breakdown. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
So we're going to break down issue number 1, and then hopefully when issue number 2 comes out, we'll be able to pick that up as well.
Oh, yeah.
So where can the Syndicate members find you if they're not here today at Space Coast?
You can find us at countdownpublishing.com. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, Countdown Publishing. We're working on the website now. We've got a lot of awesome artwork that isn't on there now, but it will be soon, along with more stories and some other collectible things we're working on.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what did you think about that, Syndicate Members? I'm telling you, right? It was really good. So the Dragon Ball Z aspect of it is what kind of had me thinking, wow, this is really cool. And then also the Florida name, the Florida city names in the title. How about that? Also, the fact that, this collaboration of these Florida artists together, something that you guys know that I'm really into. And like I said, we would have literally walked right out without missing these guys. So I'm really glad that we took that last look around. So I always recommend that when you're in these smaller cons that you do that, because you will definitely miss something if you don't take that last look around. And I actually want to throw a special shout out to Chris for returning that microphone in, because I actually walked out of there without getting my lapel mic back. So thank you for shouting out and getting that back to me. But I'm really excited for the number 2 issue here, because I read this bad boy on the way home, and I'm ready for number 2. So I want to give a shout out to all the artists that we got to meet at the Space Coast Con. They were all really awesome. I want to thank you for the shoot interviews, because I know it's tough, to have a dude like me coming up and asking for an interview like that. But I do really appreciate it. I loved all of the work you guys put out. I'm definitely supporting it, and I look forward to everything you guys put out. So keep in touch, and I will definitely be putting you guys' work out on the description below. So Syndicate members, reach out and let them know Joshua Mammoth sent you. Between the known and the unknown lies the mammoth. I'll see you next time.